Virginia, I always love that story about how your gyno asked you for Madonna tickets while you were kicked up in the stirrups.
That's real.
Yeah. That does happen.
It wasn't the gynecologist. It was a nurse, and it wasn't at my normal place where I go. I had gone to some other place for like some special test.
Okay.
And the nurse came in while my feet were in the stirrups and full beaver on display. She's asking me if I have any connection to get Madonna tickets.
Yeah. They're just going to shoot right out of your vajayjay, huh?
I was like, can we not talk about this right now?
How amazing would that have been, though, if you pulled out tickets?
Yeah.
From there.
Do you still take them?
I think if you're a Madonna fan, you have to.
You got to, right? Absolutely. So we asked, what is the weirdest thing that a doctor has said to you?
I had the weirdest one, and it was the first time I ever went to this guy. You walked in, first of all, the office smelled like cigarette smoke. It was insane, especially his office, but I didn't even get to his office yet. I'm sitting in the lobby. There's other people in the lobby. The receptionist is there. The doctor comes out and sits right next to me in the lobby. Never met him before. He goes, so you do pills? I go, no. Cocaine? I go, no. This is in front of everybody. Because how about them steroids? You look kind of big. I go, sir, if I took off my shirt right now, you would see that I do not take steroids. I eat cupcakes. So then I get in there, and I'm sitting there. He was also my doctor's brother, or my brother's doctor, and so he picks out my brother's file. He holds it in front of me. He goes, oh, yeah, you must be Ted's brother. Oh, big mother effer. He says mother effer in front of me. His whole office reeked so much of cigarette smoke, and then he died a week later of lung cancer.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Guess he had nothing to lose.
You don't see a lot of smoking doctors.
What was that about?
Yeah, probably should. I probably would leave if I had a smoking doctor.
That was a primary care doctor.
Yeah, not all doctors are created equal.
That was the weirdest thing.
That is super weird. And he was talking about your medical stuff in the lobby?
Yeah, he was
with other patients?
Well, then when he realized I wasn't there for that, he goes, he apologized. He goes, look, I just got to do that. A lot of people come here trying to get pills from me.
Oh, he thought you were there trying to score like Vicodins.
But he said that's all that's been happening at his doctor office. I go, what's going on here? It was very uncomfortable. I guess I look like a pillhead.
You look like one today.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, you definitely look like you do meth.
I
or the hard stuff.
Some of the comments from our Facebook and Instagram. Diego said, I was getting a vasectomy and the doctor kept commenting on how well shaved I was.
Well.
Seems like an odd thing to bring up, right?
You shouldn't bring up anything about if it looks bad or good, if it looks cute or ugly, or if it looks big or small. Like, don't talk about any of the physical characteristics of somebody's junk while you're a doctor down there doing your job.
Especially, private parts, you're going to start talking about descriptions and giving it, oh, it looks beautiful, or oh my gosh, tie and tight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe tell me that. If it's high and tight, I want to hear about it.
Haley said, I was seeing a doctor and he goes, oops. And he dropped the stethoscope and down my top and reaches right down to get it.
Oh.
That's just weird, man.
Yeah, she said, I never went back.
Good for you.
Yeah.
When you get that weird feeling in your stomach and you're like, I don't think this is right, go with that. Trust that. It's not right.
Right. Good chance.
I wonder what year that happened in.
I think, unfortunately, it's still.
Oh, I know it still is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rebecca said, I was at the eye doctor, and while my face was in that little thing that they check your eyes in, he was looking directly into my eyes, and he says, nice. I'd ask you for your phone number, but, I can just get it out of your file anyway.
What the H?
I mean, at that point, you just have to say to him, all right, we're done here.
Oh, my gosh. That guy shouldn't be a doctor.
No.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy.
You're a creepo.
Yeah. And he's saying, yeah, in a sense, I have the power of all your information.
Man, I guess medical people say that because somebody said that to me. I've got a personal story where they go, "Oh, I got your medical file. I got to hide it from the nurses because they want to say all about your mental health." I'm like, what?
They're all looking at it as light comedy reading.
Yeah, so is this what happens in medical communities? People are just checking out files on the reg?
Yes.
I guess you're right, man.
There are places where you're like at the hospital and stuff sometimes where you need like a certain login to look at someone's stuff. But if you go and they have a manila file with all your deep secrets,
Yeah.
best believe the nurses are looking at it when they're like, oh, what's the matter with Jaybird?
And why they gotta-
Oh, what's the matter with this junk?
Well, they're going to make, well, nothing wrong with my junk other than just how it was made.
You know, it's gonna be his junk.
Yeah. But
Well, they're looking in there for any kind of details.
No, yeah, I had all kind of stuff about, yeah, exactly. And they were like, oh, they were clamming for this. They gotta lock it up. I'm like, that's an odd thing to say.
All the nurses are clamoring for your medical records so they can mock you.
That doesn't give one an anxiety, an attack, or a complex. Gosh.
Did you go back?
No.
Candy said, my doctor asked me if I was promiscuous. I was appalled. Never went back.
Well, does a doctor is that a question that doctor might ask because there might be an STD situation, or are you in there for a foot injury?
It feels like it could be in fair game.
It was my
maybe you took it the wrong way.
podiatrist.
Yeah, if it's your dentist, I think
Right.
it's off.
Right.
But I could see that possibly being if you're got a little, them bumps.
Yeah. Them bumps. Rachel said, I had a doctor come in and tell me that I look like my mom. Would have been okay, except my legs were in the stirrups at the OBGYN.
Oh.
Is that a thing, though? I am curious now that we've brought it up. Kind of like you get your father's hairline. Do you get your mother's crotch?
You didn't get your dad's dong. You've talked about that.
I'm saying can it happen, though?
Oh, definitely.
I also didn't get my dad's, there's certain things I didn't, there's some things I did get, some things I didn't.
I wonder whose dong you got. Maybe Grandpa.
It's a great question. I never did see Grandpa Harry's dog.
No, you didn't.
You didn't see Harry's Harry?
Rest in peace, Grandpa.
Kelsey had a doctor tell her cervix was beautiful.
Okay.
That's not a compliment.
It's still, stay away from any of those words. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell a doctor that, but just maybe say, oh, your cervix is in perfect position. Everything here looks great. You don't have to say it's beautiful. That makes it creepy.
It's a little different than saying your eyes are beautiful, although I wouldn't even say that these days.
No, yeah.
If you're an eye doctor and you're looking at a girl's eyes and you go, oh, you have beautiful eyes, I think that's even these days.
You should say, you have a perfect cornea. Oh, your retina is shaped impeccably.
That sounds
say stuff like that.
That sounds natural.
You can't call somebody beautiful, and especially when she's showing you her innards.
Well, that we all agree. Private parts are off the table, man.
It's an odd thing to have any conversation about.
But if you're an eye doctor and let's say you're a man and you are working on a woman and go, you have beautiful eyes, would that be kind of like, whoa, that's stop it?
I think as a doctor, you just got to be professional. Keep it clinical.
Yes. Know your place and don't make it anything about her looks or beauty or lack thereof.
Although if I was an eye doctor and I was working on Virginia, first thing I would say, girl, you got some nice big eyes.
I know you're lying. I got to go find a new doctor.
We call that light gassing. We learned that earlier in today's
That's right.
show.
Things you learn from the KBJ show. Another weird thing a doctor said to you, Veronica said, one doctor said, well, at least my fingers are smaller than Dr. Hirsch. I was 23 at the time and very pregnant, and getting checked hurt a lot. I didn't really know what to say, and I requested not to be seen by him again.
So it was a dude that said that?
Yeah.
At least my fingers are. Oh, you can't make those jokes.
You do want an OBGYN with smaller hands.
But you can't call it out.
You don't want some thick meat finger dude up there rooting around.
You don't want Meat Hook Hank.
Give me exactly what I got. I got a slender woman with tiny long fingers. That's what you want.
You don't want Dr. Beef Hands.
No. You don't want the meat spam fingers all rooting around up there.
No.
Dr. Hamburger Hands.
So gross.